Hey guys, it's Brian, and today I'm doing a one-year review on this Hessaire cooler. It's been a year since I've had it. Is it any good? Should you get one? Stay tuned and find out if this is worth the money to keep your garage cool this summer. Alright guys, so it's been sitting in my garage since we shut it down, probably in September of last year. So I'm just going to hose it down, clean it up, and wet it all down and see what happens. It's got this little door here in case you can't hook it up to a water hose. You can pre-fill it. It's got a little indicator right here. Let's go and just fill it up. All right, so we got it almost full. Put this down a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll get the water hose connected and we'll turn this on the pump. Next, we'll attach our hose. Next, let's give it some power. So on your controls, first thing you want to do is always turn on your pump. Your pump, you want to leave that on for about probably a good 10 minutes before you turn anything else on. So let's give it about 10 minutes and we'll come back to this. Well, for our one-year review, having the pump go out in less than a year of ownership, this one-year review is not looking too good. So let's get this back panel off real quick and let's take a look at that pump. All right, so I have the pump on, and if I put my hand in the water here, I can feel it vibrating, but if you come up here, this is where the connection from the pump comes to a three-way for those hoses. You can see there's nothing coming out of it. It's just nothing. So I got a bad pump. Not even a year old, and this thing has a bad pump already. What the hell? This is bullshit. Okay, so I've drained the water out of this pump. See if I can turn it on again. You can hear it making a noise. But yet, nothing. You can hear it, but there's just nothing there. And then if we go up top again, right up in here, right there, you can see there's nothing coming out of that hose. There's just nothing there. So I guess, looks like there's a screw there, probably a screw on that back side. I think we take this pump out and see what we can find. Now, in order to get that pump out, we got to take off this bezel here. And the best that I could see is you can, it just pops up, comes out. That's that right there. Oh yeah. There it is, that's it right there. There it is. All right. So, well, I've got it all zip tied in. Let's cut out the zip ties. All right, so I just happen to have a submergible pump that we use for our hot tub. And so it's 40 watts and it's 8.2 foot-pounds or 660 gallons per minute. Adapter had to be made, so I took the adapter that goes into here And because the one that goes to this one's a little smaller, just made a little redneck adjustment there. Let's install this and let's see if this will get us up and running until we hear back from Hessaire on a replacement part. Because this is less than a year old. No way this should be done. All right, so we're gonna pop this in. Here's that tube. We'll get that on there like that. Stick that in there. Kind of like so. We'll hook this back up. And we'll hook the water back up. So it's almost submerged. Let's plug it in. See, that's what it should be doing. But it's not. All right. Got it back in, screwed down. It's a little popped out down here at the bottom for that cord. But I think we'll be all right for now. Remember, temporary, just until we hear back from the manufacturer of Hessaire, whether or not they're going to send us a free replacement pump. Doing some research, I did find that a lot of people complain that the pump on this model, which is that one right there, the MC37V, is prone to go out even within 3 months of buying this thing. So let's give this a whirl and let's see if this redneck pump idea will make it cooler in the garage. All right, so let's do some temperature readings. 88 on the wall right there. We'll do right here on the cowl, 90 right there. We'll go over here. On the back wall, 86. Check on one of the totes. 86, 85, and then we'll check up there, 89. And then right now, she's blowing out about 69, 70 degree temperature. So I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes and see what happens. And another trick that I learned is you gotta keep that garage door open about 10 to 12 inches just to let some air in. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a side door, open that as well to get sort of a little draft going in here, cool this place down a lot more. So let's hold tight and we'll come back in about 30 minutes and see what the temperatures are. All right, so it's been a good 30 minutes and it's still about 70 right there. Tire, it's about the same as that temp. Up here on the Firebird, that's come down a little bit. Up on the ceiling, 89, that's still about the same. On the wall, 84, so a little bit better there. Up on this back wall, 80, so that's come down a little bit. And then over here, up in this corner here, 85. So it feels cooler, but I wouldn't say it's a huge increase in temperature change. All right, guys, this wraps it up for my 1-year review of the Hessaire evaporative air cooler. Well, we had it in service last summer, June, July, August, September, and part of October, I think it was. It did pretty good. Out here in Phoenix, 115 degree average summer temperatures. Average humidity is like 5%, 10% at the very most. It did really well in the garage, allowed me to get some work done in the garage. It's about a $400 unit. You know what, I think honestly, it made life bearable instead of unbearable in the garage after that 1-year review. A little disappointed that less than a year old, the pump goes out on it, but then again, you can get replacement pumps at Home Depot. That's where I bought mine. They're not sponsored or anything, but 26 bucks for a new pump. I'm probably gonna just go buy a new pump, I tried doing the whole warranty route. They want a picture of your sales receipt. They want a picture of the bad part. For 26 bucks, really, I'll just go buy another pump and ditch that. So only word of advice is probably buy a pump. When you buy this, just have it on hand. I did hear online a lot of people saying 3 months before their pump went kaput, which is about summertime. That's about 1 season. So we may wind up putting a new pump in every fall, or excuse me, every spring for the summertime to get this thing up and going. But for my 1 year review, I'd give it a thumbs up. Something I would have, definitely glad I have it. You should too. So thanks guys so much. We'll see you next Friday.